Well, hey, thanks for joining this webinar. I'm Ron Dunker, Head of Business Development, and really appreciate you participating today in this webinar. I'll be watching the chat for questions that you have, or you can come off mute. What I thought I would do is really spend some time talking about the way you as a farm manager can, have a better interaction with your growers. And so a lot of times I know as a farm manager, you're trying to walk the tightrope to, with your tenant farmers and with your landowners and what your company expectations are. Well, at Oaken, we have a specifically designed technology designed by professional farm managers that will, help make your role, make the way you interact not only with your landlords, any ag advisors you have on your clients' farms, but also from your business perspective, just build in an extremely amount of efficiencies. But today, we're going to focus in on what I heard a lot about was when I had the privilege of learning from farm management and still learning from farm managers is the fact that interactions with our growers could be smoother. And we're always, calling them, emailing them for documentation. Well, Oaken's platform can do that for you. So we're going to spend just under 15 minutes just talking about the platform and how it's, how you can share, right, with that. So that way you can have a better communications with your tenant farmers, and that's all we're going to focus in on today. The platform can do a lot of different things, and the relationships that you have with them, right? That, I often heard, well, so a lot of times the growers feel like there's a lack of transparency. You can create an experience for them that allows them to know exactly what the lease negotiation terms are, what all the expenses are, what all the payments are, the yield maps, all those things that you're expecting from them. You can create a reminder to do that. And that way there's just that more fluid, I call it patterns, right? The landowner that you're working with, they can see exactly what you're requiring because they're going to get reminders of the yield maps and the planting dates and the scale tickets, all those things that you need to be able to create your reports for your landowners. Okay. So there's just a lot of different things here that can do that. But really, the intent of our conversation today is to really talk about that one pinch point, right? It's that helping tenants know exactly what you're looking for, but also the fact that build in efficiencies for you as a farm manager so that you aren't always having to chase them down, right? So that's what we're going to do. So what you see here is the dashboard. And as you can see, it is a farm manager dashboard. And we have two platforms, one for growers, one for farm managers. This was, like I said, designed by farm managers. But right here is a dashboard. So right here, if a grower calls you and says to you that they need expense, let's just say report or whatever it is. They called you and they say they need, either you are trying to do something for them, or you are trying to remind them, or maybe you say may need, what does say need planting date for Y Z farms, right? That's the farm they're working on it with you. So you had a phone call with them. You can type in here, type in let's say it's who's ever in your Rolodex. So let's just type in Adams. So like Adam Miller, let's say he's the grower you're working with. So then you can add that to note and say, I need to follow up with that Adam, the tenant, in a day, a week, 2 months, 1 month. You can do a specific date. We'll just say in a week. Let's say you have somebody in your office that helps you manage tasks. Maybe it's an admin, maybe it's someone else in your organization that helps you do that. You can put that in there. So not only will the tenant get a reminder, but you'll get a reminder, and someone that's helping you with that get a reminder. And then you just say create, and you can see up here in the corner, task was created. So what you just did was you just said, Mr. Grower, I created a task. You're going to get email reminders on your end that you need the planning date. And then also you'll get the individuals watching that task. So right there, right out of the place, and this is a dashboard that has a lot of different information on it. Right there, you instantly build in efficiencies because you'll also get email reminders. Hey, did the tenant send the planting date? Did they send the yield date? So that's just one quick aspect that you can look at, right? So you can create all these different work tasks. So let's say you have needed information the first quarter of the year, needed information during the summertime, needed information in the fall and winter. You can build all that out. And you only have to do it once, and then the grower will get all those reminders. So it not only builds efficiencies on their end, they're always not calling you, hey, do you need what documents do I need to share with you? That the information that you've negotiated in the lease that they have to share with you, but they will also get reminders on their end and so forth. So that's really, really powerful. Now, remember, I said this was designed by farm managers. And so, how is designed by farm managers? So, the land partners, those are landowners. You can create a landowner experience here with an unbelievable landowner experience. And I've done some videos on that. We're going to talk specifically about your tenants, your growers. So, right, say a farm manager works between 15 to 25, potentially growers. You can have a list of them right here. And so what can happen is, so like we have only what six here, I guess, or five here, but here are the growers that you work with, and you can build all that out. You not only can you build out all your grower lists, so you have all their information. So when you get in here, it has all the detailed information that you need, right? All the activities you had with that person, all the payments you have with that person, how that relationship lines up with the lease that you have, or maybe there are other, maybe it's a family that you farm with or have as tenants for your vacant landlord's farm. You can have all build all that out. So right then and there, you can see instantly that these are the people that are the growers. So for those that may be in management positions at farm management firms, if you have someone that moves up the ladder into another position, or maybe they move to another occupation outside of your company, all this information is in there. So having that knowledge and having that ability to share with them is right there. All the documents that you share with them. So here you see leases, um, different yield maps. So you can come in here and see the farm leases that you have. So these are everything that you have with the Sierra Glass tenant will be in here, right? And you can have all that. So expenses, these are just stuff I put in here, any expenses you have, and you can see that they're categorized by land, financial, stuff I need for reports, which is like yield information here. All that can be uploaded here. And so the, the premise of this webinar is the fact of, okay, how does it make your life easier? So if you have the ability to do electronic signatures, you can do that. So let's say this lease here, you want to select this lease and you want to show it to you want to share it, I'm sorry, with this person with Sierra Glass. You can just click on here and say who do you want to share it with. You can type in, we'll just say Sierra Glass. We'll just do this one for quickness and say, please review and sign lease. Okay. And then um, you can send that to that person, and then that document goes for review, right? So you can do that. So as long as you have DocuSign, or maybe you have some other electronic signatures that you use, that you can do this. So this is a fantastic tool for you to be able to share. Now you can also create through our asset portal or our customer portal, and I'll show you that. See these little visibility tabs? So I can create a portal that the tenants can get into, and they can see all the leases, all the I think there's even movies in here. I think, oh, not that one. Uh, where did it go? I guess maybe I didn't upload a movie in here yet, but it can do movies as well. And so anything that you want to share where this little toggle button is, you can come here to settings, and I'm just going to do it real quick for the interest of time. And you can say, okay, we want to share this information. Whoops, I got to go back. we want to share, well, let's just say with Randy, who's one of our growers, we want to share leases, documentation, all the payments. We select that. We give them permanent. Maybe it's only, maybe it's a banker, or maybe it's somebody else that you're sharing documentation with. Maybe you only want to do a 72 hours. You can select that, or you can go permanent. And then you preview it, and then that shows them everything that you have done with them. So any documentation that you have with them, all that is in there. So well, I'm a big advocate of patterns. And so like even so how could this work? If I think about how you could use it from a farm management perspective, you could see where not only do you build out, hey, these are the things that we need, during the certain times of year and create those workflows. So that helps you from an efficiency standpoint with your tenants. But also you can create this experience so they know every year that we gave, the farm manager I'm working with this information on, let's say, I mean, here's the date, 8/28/24. So they know, well, that yield map, we put that yield map in the system, in the Oaken system, and they're needing it in let's say August, right? So the grower can see all the documentation that you've shared with them or they've shared with you. And when they share it back, it goes right into their file. So you don't have to really manipulate it. So it just builds in all these efficiencies. So you're not always on the phone, you're not always emailing the grower. They know that one, they get the reminders. Two, they have to mark it as complete on their side as well. And three, you can create this visual experience of, hey, these are the documents that we need. Back to that point of transparency and just kind of, hey, here's everything that we've always gotten from you, and they can see that every time they log into their Oaken asset portal that you or the grower portal that you've created for them, they can see that, and so it just helps, and that helps. So let's say they transition or the farming operation moves to a son or a daughter or whoever that is, they can see all the information that the tenant has been sharing with you as a farm manager. So it just makes your life that much easier. And that's what's so exciting about a product like what Oaken is doing. No one else in the marketplace is doing this right now. And that it's 100% professional farm managed focused, and that it just makes your role easier. So if you're looking for more time, if you're looking for more, efficiencies in the office, there's just a whole host of other aspects from a business perspective and there's videos out there that I have explaining the platform in more detail, and I'd be happy to do a demo with you and listen to what your needs are, and you can really look at this and say, these are the areas where it can help us, helps us scale our business, helps us, it's a technology that's, reasonable and easy to reach. And it just creates a great experience for your customers as well. So it's a very 360 holistic technology that will help your farm management business. And so if you'd like more of a demo, you can reach out to me at ron@oaken.ag. I'm going to be at many of the ASFRMRA events. Please reach out to me before then, but I'm going to be at the summer event here in I guess another week or so. Or you can go on our website, oaken.ag, and book a demo. Again, we'd be happy to do a lot of different things. And also, I forgot to mention one more thing here is you can put in all of your newsletters that you share, your quarter, updates, land report updates, whatever you're doing, you could share that with your grower. They may appreciate that. So that'll when they log into their grower account on Oaken, they can see all the social media documentation. Okay. So just really, really efficient tool. All right. With that, I appreciate you calling in and to the webinar. I don't see any questions in the chat, but if you do, please reach out to me. Again, thank you so much. Look for more of these little short videos, but look forward to talking to you in the near future. And thank you so much for your valued time today.